let me say this. This is the end of the day for me. I am tired. I had a long day. So it is what it is when it comes to my hair and makeup at this point.
Hey, no, 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 hey, no, no,
Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Wonderfully Made. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. I really appreciate it. Today marks the beginning of a new series that I am going to call Foundation Friday, where I'm going to come to you and review a foundation and just give you my opinion about the foundation. I'll let you know how it worked for me. I'll give you my opinion about the coverage, as well as I will do a wear test to let you know how long it lasted on me. So I'm going to stop rambling and I'm just going to get to it. The first foundation that I'm going to be reviewing for you today is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. So I wear the color Chestnut. So this foundation retails for $32 and it is an oil-free foundation for natural looking, full coverage, and a beautiful radiant finish. So let me just say here that I really like this foundation, and I am going to insert a clip of me applying this foundation now. So now, it says that this foundation is a full coverage foundation. I don't know. I'm on the fence with that. I do believe that this foundation is buildable to medium, almost full coverage, but it does provide pretty good coverage. I'm just still on the fence as to whether or not I would consider this a full coverage foundation, because especially for someone who has hyperpigmentation, or if you have more hyperpigmentation than I do. Now, I wore the foundation without doing any color correcting or anything like that, and it covered up my hyperpigmentation very well. With regard to it having a radiant finish, I absolutely agree with that, and I absolutely love that about this foundation. So let's talk about the claims for this foundation. It says here that Born This Way is an all-free foundation that masterfully diffuses the line between makeup and skin for coverage so undetectable you can't see the makeup or the imperfections. Just a natural looking, luminous, flawless complexion. The revolutionary formula is infused with a potent combination of coconut water to naturally replenish moisture levels, nature's resilient alpine rose to brighten the skin's appearance and promote elasticity, and hyaluronic acid for a smoother, more youthful appearance. So let's talk about that. First of all, let me say that I do agree that this foundation provides a very luminous, radiant finish. I absolutely love that about this foundation. I completely agree with that. Now, And I also will say that this is a very natural looking foundation. So I do agree with that it's very skin-like. It feels very weightless. You don't feel like you're wearing foundation. So I do agree with that. However, when it says that you can't see the makeup or the imperfections, I don't know so much about that. I do think that, especially if you're not going to color correct, that you will probably see some imperfections if you have hyperpigmentation. But of course you can remedy that by color correcting. And I also went very, I didn't do any major contouring. I didn't wear a whole lot of concealer or anything like that because I really wanted to see how this foundation was going to wear on its own. I only used a translucent powder because I didn't want to alter the color of the foundation or anything like that. So I love the fact that this foundation has ingredients in it that's good for the skin. And I do feel for some reason that my skin felt moisturized. I did notice a difference in how my skin felt when I wore this foundation today. So anyway, my overall opinion of this foundation is that it is a really good foundation. It does provide a very natural, radiant finish. I will say that it doesn't provide the full coverage that I would need if I wanted full coverage. Now for every day, I don't need full coverage. I mean, this was actually better than my regular everyday foundation that I wear. It provided more coverage. So I really like this foundation. I don't know, this may become a staple for me. I really, really like it. I would recommend it if any of you wanted to give it a try. If you are out there looking for a foundation, especially if you have dry skin. I'm not sure how this foundation would work for people with oily skin. So I did use the Too Faced Hangover Face Primer underneath this foundation, and I really like the combination. So anyway, I really believe that if you have dry skin, that you will probably love this foundation. It's very, very moisturizing. Now, of course, this is end of the day makeup for me. I have been having this foundation on for about 6 or 7 hours now, and this is what it looks like. I don't have very much coverage at this point. However, I mean, there's still some there. I am still, and I'm looking in the viewfinder, so please forgive me for looking to the side, but I am a little bit dewy right here, but I don't mind that. I'm not super oily or anything like that. So I think it wore pretty good. There isn't any claims that this foundation is extremely long wearing. I am going to post a picture of how this foundation looked after I had it on for about 2 or 3 hours. I'm going to insert that here. Hi everybody, I'm just checking in. I'm actually in a rush and driving and trying to record this quick little update on how this foundation is wearing, and so far so good. I've had it on now for, I don't know, about 2 or 3 hours, about 3 hours, and so far I am loving it. I love that dewy finish that it gives. So I still have pretty good coverage, so far so good. I will check in a bit later, and hopefully with the better camera, because right now I'm just using the camera on my phone. But overall, this is what it looks like after about 6 or 7 hours. So it definitely got me through my work day without looking a complete hot mess. So I like the foundation. It gets 2 thumbs up from me. I would recommend it if you're out there looking for a new foundation and you want something that's going to be moisturizing and that has some ingredients that's going to provide your skin with some benefits. Then you might want to try this foundation out. But keep in mind, I don't think it's very full coverage, but it is medium to full coverage, and I absolutely love it. So that's my little Foundation Friday review. That's my first one. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please feel free to comment, ask me any questions that you may have. If I didn't address something about this foundation, feel free to comment and I will be sure to respond to any of your comments and questions that you might have about this foundation. In the meantime, don't forget that you are fearfully and wonderfully made by God and He loves you. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.